This is Talib Kareem with your Abe for President update for today, August 13th, 2020. So there are a couple of changes from the last update that we gave you. One, and that is the negotiations over the renewal of the $600 unemployment uh, additional benefit on a weekly basis that is supposed to be going out to over 30 million Americans. We talked before about how the president and the Democrats in Congress and the Republicans in Congress, particularly in the Senate, are currently at a stalemate. On the one hand, you have the Democrats who have proposed not only to fully renew the $600 weekly unemployment benefits that is helping over 30 million Americans who have lost their jobs or whose jobs and even small businesses have gone away. So again, not only do you have people who have normal 9 to 5 jobs who are benefiting from this $600 a week unemployment benefits, but also for the first time ever, you have people who are their own businesses, small business owners whose businesses have actually either basically been reduced in terms of the money that they're getting in, or whose businesses have actually closed and who don't have any other income. This $600 weekly benefit was, for the first time ever, going to benefit them. Before, unemployment benefits were only again eligible to be received by people who had jobs and who were basically laid off by those jobs. And for the first time ever, you have again unemployment benefits that this were going to help people who had their own jobs. So basically, particularly the gig workers, if you will, and small business owners. Second of all, so those negotiations, again, the Democrats proposed a full package of benefits included in about an 1,800 page bill called the HEROES Act that was introduced and passed by the House of Representatives in June. They want to see not just the $600 benefits, but also the stimulus checks, also the renewal of the PPP, which is the forgivable loan program for small businesses, and also the EIDL, which was the $1,000 per employee grant to small businesses. They want to see all those things renewed, in addition to money for PPE, which is again protective equipment to prevent people from actually getting COVID, particularly at schools and at businesses that are essential. These are the things that the Democrats want. So that's on the Democrats on one hand. On the other hand, you have the president and the White House, the president and the Senate, particularly the Republicans in the Senate, who want to get reelected, right? They see the writing on the wall. They see that if, again, 34 million Americans are unemployed and are not able to get the additional benefits, the election being less than 3 months now away, that again, there's 60 million Americans, about 63 or 65 million Americans voted for Donald Trump in the 2018 election. If 34 million people who are unemployed, so you can think every unemployed person has about 2 or 3 voters in their house, again, you can imagine that there would be about 90 million people who depend upon that money who are going to be pissed off if that money is not renewed. So the Republicans in the Senate and the president know that very well, and so that's what they are keeping their eye on there. Second of all, they're also looking at the idea that they want to have some money for, for example, the small businesses. Again, that PPP money as well. So they're looking at those two things, and they want to specifically make sure they can pass, as they call a skinny bill, something that's kind of narrowly tailored for that. The Democrats, on the other hand, are saying, no, we want to negotiate everything, almost everything that was in our 1,800 page bill. And so that's where you have it. You have, again, the two sides. And on the one hand, the Democrats believe that, we have the upper hand, that the president has to concede. If he doesn't concede, then he's going to get the blame. On the other hand, you have, again, millions of people who again are facing now 3 weeks without those unemployment benefits. Again, the rent moratorium, or I'm sorry, the eviction moratorium has also ended. And so again, you have people who are struggling, not able to make rent. Probably, maybe they were able to make rent last month, but definitely if that money is not in the banks this month, and not to mention the $1,200 stimulus checks that we're talked about. One of the things that people are now discussing is that because Senator Kamala Harris is on the Biden ticket, that maybe there might be some, ideas about a program that she had introduced, or some senators who had introduced and she signed on, and I'm not quite sure which was what, but she's on a bill that would propose $2,000 a month in benefits throughout the pandemic, which to me makes perfect sense, not just for people who are unemployed, but for all Americans who are making under a certain amount of money. That to me makes perfect sense. And I think this is certainly the type of thing that if I was in the White House, I would be telling the president to actually adopt Kamala Harris's program. But I'm not quite sure that's going to happen. But that would be a smart move on the president if he chose to do that. So again, what can you do? One of the things that I believe that each and every one of us can do is to send a message to the people who control the strings, largely definitely have more voices than you do and I do politically, and that is to begin to target and boycott large companies, perhaps like Amazon owning both the food chain Whole Foods, as well as the great AWS, which is software cloud platform that a lot of folks are storing data. Perhaps even this live broadcast is being stored on the cloud there. But and also, of course, all the Amazon goods that people are buying. Again, these are the things that are on the table. And I would suggest that we take a hard look at boycotting. If, again, Amazon, who has significant influence on both the White House and Congress, I am confident that if they knew that their sales were going to tank and that people were going to start boycotting them, then they would use all of their influence to make sure that these unemployment benefits were renewed. Clearly, the lack of unemployment benefits are hurting small businesses. 5.4 million jobs, particularly in small businesses, depend upon people who have that extra money in their checking accounts to spend on the products and services that these small businesses are offering. And if, again, that money is not renewed, then you can not only have 34 million people who are impacted, but again, another 5.4 million jobs may be cut, and 5.4 million people may be added to the unemployment roll. So we need to do something about this ASAP. And we can give you an update on whether or not, again, there's going to be a call for a boycott of Amazon by small businesses and by American families. So again, to make sure you get an update on that, definitely go down and subscribe to this channel, like us. You can also check us out at abe.legal. Go and subscribe to our blog. We're getting ready to issue that. There's a new program that I just learned about called the SBIR. I was on the phone today with the Small Business Administration, so we look forward to highlighting that in our next blog, our next post. Again, if you are a small business and you're looking for help with modifying your loans, or finding a grant opportunity, or a contract in the federal government, you're starting a new business and you need help, definitely contact Abe Legal, abe.legal. Or if you're an individual or family who has had some employment issues, maybe you've been fired during this pandemic, or you have had to go back to work and your employer has not provided the type of safety and protections that you need, and you need to talk to a lawyer, you go to abe.legal and schedule an appointment, and you can get that type of legal support that you need. Dare not, we are here to set up and schedule appointments with lawyers for you virtually from the comfort of your home or business. So that's abe.legal. Again, subscribe to this channel, like it, leave us any comments, and we can follow back up with you and give you those answers rapidly. This is Talib Kareem with your Abe for President Legal, Abe Legal update on stimulus check and unemployment benefits and other matters that are important to American businesses and families for August 13th, 2020. Have a great day. Take care.